Hey, what's going on, guys? Jay here from EasyBladeShavingProducts.com. Welcome to our warehouse. Today we're going to show you how to zero gap a Wahl magic clip. You can use this if you have the old magic clip. You can use these steps if you have the seniors, whatever Wahl clipper you have. It's pretty much going to work the same. And the reason why you guys want to go ahead and zero gap your clippers, this is very important when you're a barber. The reason why you guys want to do this is because if you have a skin line, let's say you're doing a skin fade, a skin taper, whatever you're doing, you want to be able to take out that line. When you create that skin line, it's going to be very hard. I'm sure there's a lot of barbers out there that are having that problem. It's probably why you're looking at this video. If that skin line is not coming out, it's pretty much because your Wahl, or whatever clipper you have is not taking out that line because it's not zero gap. Zero gapping is basically when you match the bottom blade with the top blade and they're perfectly even. That's the hard part. A lot of people can't get it perfectly even. Today we're going to show you that. Another reason why you want to make sure that your machine is always zero gap is if you want to do like a nice afro or like a flat top and you want to get that nice crisp look, that straight look, you want to make sure that you guys zero gap your machine. Let's say somebody has a big beard and you want to go ahead and shape that beard. You guys see the pictures on Instagram and stuff like that, that nice look. It's because those barbers machine is zero gap. So it's all about having the right tools, guys. When you have the right tools, if you know of any field, if you're a mechanic, if you have all the right tools and everything works properly, you can do a good job. So that's what it's all about, guys. All about having the right tools and, basically making sure everything's functioning the way it's supposed to, because a lot of times your performance will be off if you're not having your tools perform the same way. Now, this is a fairly simple video, very easy. You guys can do it. It's only going to take one tool, which is your Phillips screwdriver. Very easy, very practical. And the reason why I'm showing you guys is because, a lot of people don't know how to do it. That's probably why you guys are looking at this video right now. And the hardest part about it is just making sure that it's all even and it's not over gapped. Because if it's over gapped, you're going to go ahead and cut somebody or, cut yourself. But I'm going to show you guys what you have to do today to make that perfect. All right, guys, let's get into it. So what we have here is just basically our Wahl magic clippers. These are the newer ones. Like I said, you can use any magic clips you want, pretty much any Wahl clipper you want, it's gonna work out. And we also have a regular Phillips screwdriver, and we also have some oil. And I wanted to use some oil because I wanted to show you guys a little bit about oil. Basically, you guys pretty much probably already know this, but try to keep your clippers oiled. I want to say every 4 days, every 5 days, maybe every week. Don't do it every day. Every day is overkill. A lot of barbers already know that. If you put too much oil, you feel like the machine does not cut right. Okay, guys, let's get into it. So when you pretty much get your clippers, factory setting is going to have the back blade overlapping the front blade. So the front blade will be this moving blade. This back blade is going to be overlapping. That's not zero gap. That's pretty much regular gap. You guys can see that. All right, you're going to see it, or you can feel it if you can't see it. Put your nail there and you hear a little click. You'll notice that this blade is over it. So that nail can determine whether you have it right or not. And then your finger can determine whether this back blade is overlapping this front blade once we get into the, zero gapping part. So once we zero gap it, when we put our finger over it, we can feel this back blade. That means we put this back blade up too much, which is dangerous. You can end up cutting somebody. If you're cutting your own hair, you can end up cutting yourself. So you basically want to make sure these blades are even. You want to be able to feel a nice regular surface. When you put everything together, you want to be able to have that nice even surface. You can tell if your finger's getting scratched, that means that this blade is over. And if you can feel it with your nail over here, that means that this blade is over the front blade. Okay, hope that makes sense. So what we're going to do, first thing we're going to do is, the way I like to do it is loosen one screw. All right, we're going to start with my right screw. All right, and I pretty much want to push that down a little bit. Okay, so you can see that part is down, maybe a little too down. So I'll push it up slightly. All right, as you can see, this part is down and this part is perfectly lined up. Okay, what I'm going to do is tighten that screw up now. Then I'm going to loosen this screw. Okay, and I'm going to pull this side down a little bit. Okay, and as you can see, pretty much lined it up perfectly. So the reason why I did that is I want to keep one side tight. Okay, because then we'll be going back and forth, back and forth, back and forth with the screw, and then sometimes that would you'll be tightening it up, and then this side will be low, this side will be higher, then this side will be lower. You'll just be going back and forth, which is pretty frustrating. So this is, again, a very easy video. but a different technique from a lot of videos out there. And I'm going to go ahead and tighten this screw now because I lowered this side. Then I want to go ahead and look at it sideways. I want to close my eyes. This will be my vision. This is the way I'm looking at it. I want to close my eyes. I want to squint, and I want to see if that blade is lined up perfectly. And as I can see, it pretty much is. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to do the test that we talked about in the beginning, and I'm going to go like this. Nope, I don't feel my finger being pulled. As long as I don't feel my finger being pulled, that means nobody's going to get cut, or I'm not going to get cut if I'm cutting my own hair. Then I want to do the other test this way, and I want to make sure my finger is not getting pulled by the other blade. As you can see, it's just sliding right over it. Okay, guys, and double check it. Maybe you might have to adjust it, maybe not. But pretty much what I have here is pretty much perfectly lined up in my eyes. Then the next test would be to use it. Turn on the machine. You want to go on your arm, and you pretty much want to see if it cuts the hair on your arm and see if it hurts. Okay, and as you can see, nothing's happening. Pretty straight off. I'm not a hairy person, so I don't have a lot of hair on my arms, but it pretty much cut the little bit of hair that I did have on there. Okay, doesn't hurt, not hurting me. So what we have here is pretty much zero gapped blade right now. Again, very easy video, different technique. Like I said, so we did here to recap. We loosened one screw, lowered the blade, tighten it back up. Loosen the other screw, lower the blade, and tighten that one back up. And again, if it doesn't happen the first time, go over it again, and you should be good to go. All right, guys, next thing we're gonna do, apply some oil. All right, how much oil should you apply? Turn on your machine first, turn it sideways, and you just wanna drop 1, 2, and let that run sideways. The reason why you wanna let it run sideways is because you don't wanna run it straight in. You don't want it to go into the motor, guys. You want to make sure that that oil stays in the blade and falls out through here. Okay, so you can see the oil will start coming out through here basically. All right, and that's it, guys. Hope this video helped you guys out a lot. Jay here from EasyBladeShavingProducts.com. If you guys ever need products, you can go to our website, EasyBladeShavingProducts.com. Use the coupon code YouTube, save 10% plus free shipping. I'll talk to you guys soon. Again, Jay here from EasyBladeShavingProducts.com.